Hello and welcome to the Mobile Profits 101 video course. Now, in this video course, we're going to talk about how to use mobile marketing to communicate more efficiently to your customer base, how to build a relationship, deepen that relationship with your customer base, and of course that the end result of that is of course more sales and more conversions. Mobile marketing, the reason why we're focusing on this specific topic is because mobile marketing is huge. The mobile industry is growing and growing and growing so fast that within a couple years, tons and tons of people around the world will eventually have access to some sort of mobile phone or mobile smartphone like an iPhone or a Droid. In fact, when I take a look around me in the United States, I see that a lot of people that have iPhones or Droids, they are addicted to their phone. So if they're carrying the phone all around them, they're outside, they're sometimes checking their email, but they're often checking their text messages because they're notified quickly. So this makes it easier to communicate with your customers. Now, what I want to do now is give you a quick overview of the whole video series as a whole so that you understand what we're going to talk about in this particular video series. Now, video number one, of course, is this particular video. Video number two is do's and don'ts or common sense stuff. This is the stuff that you are going to have to learn or going to have to understand and agree with before you even dive into mobile marketing, because there are several things you don't want to do to avoid breaking the law. And we'll go over those in that video number two. Once you understand that, you can move on to video number three, which is gathering your list of leads. In this particular video, we're going to talk about, gathering your list of leads, or telephone numbers, or the cell phone numbers, and things like that. Now, most of you, I presume, you have a list of leads. You may not have their cell phone numbers, but I will show you how to get their cell phone numbers. Video number four, we're going to talk about how to send voice messages to your leads. There are many, many different ways to contact people through the mobile phone, but the two main ways are voice messages and, of course, text messages. Now, there are several sites out there, and these two in particular aim mainly towards the United States. And I have to be front with you, but there are some sites out there, and I'll go through and show you some sites that cater to the international community. But because of different phones and things like that, we found that it would be easier just to show you these two sites, because there are many sites out there, but they all fall under the same concepts and the same guidelines. So what you need to understand here is how to do it, not only how to do it, but why you should do it, and what specific tactics can you take to increase your relationship with your customers. That's the most important thing here. So that's what we're going to talk about video number four. Video number five, we're going to talk about how to send unlimited text alerts. Now, notice I say unlimited. Most sites out there will charge you per message, per text, and per voice message. But I'm going to show you a site. I was able to talk to the owner of the site and get them to allow me to show you this. And it's huge. It's a site that allows you to send text messages to your customers. And there are several options. You can allow them to subscribe to all of the text messages, or you can get them to subscribe to just the current events. Now, this is very powerful, and I'll show you that in this particular video. And of course, lastly, we're going to talk about video number six, creating apps for mobile phones for the iPhone and the Droid. Now, I'm not going to ask you to go on out and try to learn how to program iPhones or Droids. That would just be a complete waste of your time. In this particular video, I'm going to give you two different ways that you can take to create applications for mobile phones. Now, you're probably wondering, why would I want to do that? Well, if you haven't figured it out yet, creating applications for mobile phones is a great way to build a relationship with your customer base. Especially when you have a business and you have a list of leads, you think about it. People, you can communicate with them through text messages, but people that have iPhones and Droids, they're pretty much addicted to their applications. I know I am. I know many, many other people that are addicted to their applications. So with having an application, then you can communicate and deepen that relationship with your customers. All right, so the tools you're going to need is, of course, money. You're going to need money to send out mobile messages. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of sites out there that you can send out mobile messages for free. You're going to have to pay some money. But I will show you some sites that will allow you to decrease your costs. And of course, you're going to need your internet and a brain. And you're going to need a list of customers. If you don't have a list of customers, then you're going to need to create a list of customers. But mainly, primarily in this particular video, I will mention how to create or how to gather somebody's telephone number, which you can then use if you don't have a list of customers. Now, how does it work? Well, you're going to take your list, or you gather your list of leads, then you're going to import them into the system, whatever the system might be. I'm going to talk about 2 different systems. And then you want to communicate with them, which then you want to build a relationship with them. And I'll show you how to do this. And the most important parts of this video series is learning how to communicate and how to build a relationship with your leads, because that in turn gives you results. So from that point, you want to test and tweak your results. And we'll talk more about that later down the road.